Okay.
Broadcasting live from the Vegas Video Network studios, just steps from the Las Vegas Strip, it's Talktails! And now our host, she's our very own kaleidoscope of talent. What? It's Kelly Clinton!
Oh, thank you so much, and welcome to Talktails on the Vegas Video Network. I am your host. My name is Kelly Clinton-Holmes. I'm so glad you're here. We have a full studio audience today. Let them hear you. I'm telling the truth. This is great. The energy is in the room because they know who my guest is today. We have such an exciting show. The beautiful lady who is my guest today is a friend, and she is also a big star. She is a star of theater, music, film, television, and right now she's starring in Vegas the Show. Her name is Miss Reva Rice, and she's our guest today on Talktails. But before we meet lovely Reva Rice, I want you to meet some other lovely people right here in the studio. Our Talktails Orchestra, Mr. Kenny Davidson, and Mr. Who is that over there? You've doubled in size. That's James Davis. I can't see him because he's behind the secret curtain. He's like the Phantom of the Opera. Welcome, both of you. And I have to say hi to our producer and our director, Mr. Scott Whitney. Hi, Scott. Great to see you.
Hello, how
Great
are you?
to see you. Can I tell you a couple of things about my week, Scott?
Yes, you can.
Kelly, why don't you?
Yes.
Go ahead, please.
Yes, Kelly, why don't you?
Okay, let me tell you. Can we have show and tell?
Sure.
We were in the paper yesterday, Sunday afternoon, a big article in the RJ about the bootlegger. And they feature a lot of all the different nights, but they talk a lot about our Monday night open mic cabaret. And there's like 6 or 7 or 8 photos.
Wow.
So can we still get that? I mean, after it's the day after, you can call the RJ and get it. And also, I have 200 copies at my house in case anybody needs that. And that was so exciting. And tonight is actually our Monday night at the Bootlegger.
Right.
And I'm welcoming back my musical director, Mr. Michael Clark.
Nice.
People come into the Monday night, surprise us with this amazing talent, like Reva Rice has been in, to wow the crowds. Clint Holmes, Sheena Easton. 2 weeks ago, Denise Williams was in. You know, Denise Williams was with Clint at the Smith Center this weekend.
Right.
And she was phenomenal.
She's funny, too.
She's funny. She was our guest. She's very funny, and she's got the and they sang Too Much, Too Little, Too Late, Clint and Denise, and it was so real. There was so much fire that I, as the wife, got a little nervous. But they kept saying, it's over, it's over, and I was totally convinced they broke up, and I got over it.
Did Clint do the Johnny Mathis voice?
You know what? He controlled himself and did not do the impersonation. But then after she walked off the stage and was out of ear, you know, she couldn't hear him anymore, then he broke into it. And the crowd went mild.
Mild?
No, they loved it. They loved it. But this has been a really exciting week. It doesn't matter. I never talk about politics in public. Right now my husband's going, what? What's going on here? But you have, no matter what party, what side you're on, you have to give it up to Michelle Obama. She is like the most rockin' female on the planet. Yes, go ahead, give it up. She was so impressive and so gorgeous, and stop that. Yeah, I mean, seriously, I think she's gorgeous and fashion. She is just a fashion goddess, and I know I can never truly look like Michelle, but I can work on my arms in the gym. And that's what I'm going to be doing, because right now I got,
Oh, hey now.
Hey, enough of that.
What?
But you know what? She is like a fashion goddess, and I always think about, how many of you watch, what's the fashion show that we watch? The Project Runway with Heidi Klum. I know that if they judged Michelle, they'd give her a 10 plus every time. They would never say, Michelle, sometimes you are in, and then you are out. Sometimes Seal is in.
Oh, easy
Then 3
now.
minutes later, he is out. You are out forever. You are out. We are going to take a break. We will be back with my special guest.
I still think you drink.
Miss?
I'm just telling you, I think you're a drinker.
We'll be back with Talktails. We are out.
You know, one of the things I like best about the Vegas Video Network are the people. There are no divas here. Everyone is exactly the same off camera as they are on.
Hey guys, what's cocktail of the week this week?
You know what? I'll let you know what it is when it's time for you to know what it is. Why don't you get off the stage and get back in your production hole? Oh my God. You know what? And tell cheap-ass Whitney to get us some decent brand liquor. This hobo off-ramp crap ain't cutting it. God, idiots.
Totally.
On Broadway. Our guest has been on Broadway 5 million times in so many different shows. We're going to find out more about that. Please welcome, right now from Vegas, the show, Miss Reva Rice. You're gorgeous.
No, you are, darling.
You're absolutely gorgeous.
So glad to be here with you.
She doesn't even talk like that, but for
No,
some
I
reason.
don't know why. I just picked up. I saw the Crown Royal here. I don't know.
It is that, and it's the Talktails.
It is. All right.
Talktails. You have been in how many Broadway productions? I know you've been in Chicago.
Yeah.
Smokey Joe's Cafe, Starlight Express, Fosse.
Fosse. You know, we did the Chicago. Did you say Chicago already?
I said Chicago.
Chicago. So I've done a total of 3 appearances on Broadway, but I've done like 3,000 national tours of the Broadway shows.
Right.
Which have taken me all over the world and
like really all over the world.
Yeah, you know.
Like the West End.
Yeah, I did Starlight Express over in the West End for the first time, and that's when Prince Edward.
Huh?
You know, Prince Edward was trying to date me back in those days.
Is that so? Ooh. Is that so? What does a prince do? How does a prince pick up on somebody?
Well, he came over to America, and he took out. Yeah, he came to America. We were on tour, and he goes, "You think that I could take out the crew for dinner?"
It started in a group.
And Reva.
Huh? Wait a minute, the crew and Reva?
Yeah. I thought it was a little strange, but I thought maybe that's the British way. I don't know.
So he's kind of shy, I guess, and he wanted to be in a group full of crew members.
You know, they were all in their blacks. You know, if they were blacks backstage, they're all in their blacks. You know. And then there was me.
That is really interesting and strange in the same way. Yes. Did you ever go out with him?
Well, I didn't go after him. I went over to the West End.
Out with.
Oh, well, kind of, sort of.
Yeah. Come on, you can tell us. We're not going to tell anybody.
They did the opening for the West End for Starlight, you know. And the guy that was playing Rusty, he said, "Listen, come over here. I want to introduce you to someone." I said, "Oh, wonderful." And I run over there. Well, I don't run over there. We saunter over.
I walk gingerly over.
Yeah, you know. And he turns around, and there's Prince Edward again. He's like, "Reva." I said, "Oh, Prince Edward." And then it was click, 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 you know, all the press, you know. And I'm just, you know, oh. And then the next day, all the tabloid papers had, like, Rice won Prince Edward. And
really?
Prince Edward picks up Showgirl, leggy Showgirl. I said, "Oh, leggy Showgirl, I'm a Broadway stop."
She's like, "If you're going to write about me."
You know. So, that was my extent with royalty in you know, London's West End.
Do you still have those articles? Because I'd like to see those.
I thought about
see that.
I thought about bringing the pictures and some of the articles.
Well, we'll do it again next time. But Starlight Express, your story is fascinating about that because you were originally a dancer, right?
Yeah.
You were trained as a dancer and you worked in shows as a dancer.
Yeah.
And then you told me such an interesting story about when you kind of went,
About the did an industrial for Dodge?
Yeah.
For Dodge cars. It was in a big arena where they could drive 6 cars up on the stage, and every 5 minutes it's like, dancers! And we'd have to do grand jetés over the motorcycles. Those are big split jumps.
Yeah, it sounded painful before you explained.
Yeah. And we're there 2 weeks. I mean, just sweating, and 3 days before the show, these 6 people come out. They go, ooh, we love Dodge. Okay, I can go, ooh, we love Dodge. Really, I can. And from that moment on.
Did they get like paid the same, paid more probably?
Well, that's what I was hearing, that they make more money.
And
they
that
only
just
had,
burned your hide, didn't it?
I said, get me a cup of tea and I can go dodge. And so, but seriously, I never went to another dancer call, because they would have dancers who sing or singers who move well.
Right.
I started going to singers who move well calls. And from then on out, it was
your life changed completely. Now, did you sing though already privately and just never kind of went out there and did it?
In the shower,
in the shower,
driving back and forth from college.
Musical family?
My mother likes to dance. My dad sings a little bit, and he plays here. When I was little, at 3 years old, I started playing the piano, so I think I had a little musicality, probably coming out of the womb. But I was always afraid to sing.
Which is a little disturbing, but anyway.
Yeah, I was afraid to sing.
The visual just happened to me. But I know there's a story about where you borrowed a friend's equity card or something.
But that was the first audition for Starlight. I said, I've got to be in that first call. And I didn't have an equity card. I was in the union. So a friend of mine who, now she's a huge star. She does all kind of television. I can name the shows, like Oz and people like that. Anyway, she let me borrow her union card, and I snuck into the audition.
Did it have a photo on it, or did it just
have
back in those
days, I think there was just kind of like smoke signals, and that's how you showed your.
And you just
they didn't have cameras back then. No.
You just did that thing where you looked like you belonged there, right?
That's what it was. You walk in like you own the place,
right?
And they were like, "Who are you?" And I said, "No, who are you?" And so I walked.
She still does that. I have to tell you right now.
I will crash.
Who are you?
I will crash audition. I tell young performers now. I said, walk in there and just go, what? I'm here.
That's right. And we're going to talk more about this because there's so much more to that story.
Yeah.
And so many other Reva Rice stories. And maybe we'll even do a little something together when we come back from the break. You got any jazzy music for me as we go out? Maybe Reva will give us a little, We'll be right back on Talktails.
Traditional media believes that after about 3 minutes, you'll tune out. Most Vegas media companies think if it doesn't jiggle, you won't tune in. At the Vegas Video Network, we think both are wrong. The Vegas Video Network is the first and only live online broadcast network that specializes in insider news and expert views about Vegas. We combine great storytelling with the ability to watch when and where you want on your computer, mobile device, or television. Discover the real Las Vegas. Visit VegasVideoNetwork.com.
If you want to reach us here on Talktails, you can email us, talktails@vegasvideonetwork.com, or you can leave us a web-based, I always have trouble saying web-based, voicemail. Just go to the site, follow the instructions, and click on record. You might even make it on the air. This is your chance to be on the show. You can also join us right now for live chat, and you can ask Reva Rice, our guest, a question directly. If you don't get to watch the show right now, it's going to be on the network anytime you want to see it, VegasVideoNetwork.com, or on iTunes, YouTube, Roku, on every Saturday on KSHP 1400 AM. Dun, 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 Reva Rice. Where were we?
I'm sorry, was that my microphone? I'm sorry.
I don't know. We'll get this. Oh, no! All right, so we're on the we go in and we say, wow. Hey, what kind of show is this? I think we just tripled our audience.
All right.
That's right.
So,
all right, so start the story where you were.
So I went to the audition, and Johnson Lift was one of the biggest casting companies at the time, and they were casting all the kind of black performers or black Broadway musicals, which was Dreamgirls and Black and Blue. And so I walked in, I sang my little song, and I wasn't a singer. I had my roller skates and went down and grabbed some music from Colony Records, which just closed. They just closed.
They just closed.
Yeah.
I know. It's so sad.
It's like
the most famous. Well, tell them what it is.
It goes. I don't know what year it was open, but all the performers, anybody that came to New York, you would always go to Colony to get your music, your CDs, your
some scripts
33s, your 45s.
Right? Yeah, and then they had office people in the building. It's the Brill building. Is that right? Anyway, I think so. I think it's the Brill. We'll get back to you. We'll fact check. Anyway, we
ran down there, got some music that I've been listening to on the radio, and I said, oh, please, if you just get through the singing part and get those skates on, I'll be able to outskate everybody. Because I was singing and skating
skater.
and dancing in Boston when I was going to school. And I would skate around the Christian Science building till like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning.
For any reason were you doing that?
I just loved to roller skate, and it was cheaper than a therapist. I don't know.
I got a
Yeah.
I love it.
So I would skate 4 and 5 o'clock in the morning thinking, oh, I wish there was a Broadway show that one day I'll be able to dance, sing, and roller skate in. And lo and behold, literally, a year and a half after I graduated from Boston Conservatoire, I was starring on Broadway in a roller skating musical, singing and dancing. But anyway, let me go back to the
unbelievable.
Because I made it through the audition. I did a little singing. Ooh. He goes, that was great. He says, but I've not seen you at another audition. I just cast Dreamgirls. I just cast Black and Blue. He goes, oh, you're not in the union, are you? I said, no. He goes, so how'd you get in here? So then, you know, you're in an audition. You're back there singing, and the table is right out here, and everybody's behind the table. I just ran up to the table. I said, Vinny, I need to do the show. You need to have me do the show. I said, if you think I can sing, I skate 20 times better. And I took off to get my skates that were in the back of the room. He goes, no, don't put your skates on. We got insurance issues here. Don't put your skates on. So then I got called back a second time, called back a third time. Now the third time.
Just keep talking, sister.
The third time.
That's a Sam hand, but go on. Thank you, Sam hand.
SH, you are. Anyway.
There's no body attached to it. It's just a hand.
It's amazing.
Helps us when we need it. Go on.
High tech. So the third audition now, I've been doing other auditions, and so I got offered Can with Cheetah Rivera. But it was just a chorus part, and it wasn't a union show. And so I asked Vinny, I went around the table, and I was like, Vinny, do you know if they're considering me for Starlight? Because I got this offer to do this other show. He goes, if it's not union, don't do it. He goes, look at this. And this is the first time we're all skating now. And he says, and the girls were dropping like flies. Bam, bam, bam. He goes, look at them. Look at them. So then, yeah, exactly. Or they call their number, and the people couldn't stop. They just keep rolling by. I'll be right back. You know, that kind of thing. So then Arlene Phillips, who was the choreographer, she overhears it, and she's standing. She goes, turn around. She turns around. She says, oh, Reva, don't sign a thing. You could be Pearl. You could be Ashley. You could be...
And those are the leads in the show, right?
And the rest of you go away. Oh, my God.
All because of the skating.
Yeah. So then there was another call back, and that's when the assistant director was there. And they gave me the music for Pearl, which was Only You. And I sang it, you know, and this is the first time I'd ever really sung, like, in front of people, you know. So I was putting all my Reva-isms, like I had some. And I got finished, and Dion says, that was really, really brilliant. But take out all the...
the Reva-isms?
Yeah. Take out all the Nina Simones. Take out all that. I said, okay, all right. So fifth audition now. Everybody's there. Andrew Lloyd Weber, Lord Braid, who was the major investor. I mean, there was like 20 people behind the table. And we all rolled in. It was myself, Andrea McCardle, Jane Krakowski from 30 Rock. I can't remember the other two girls. Anyway. And so Arlene, the choreographer, says, well, do you want to hear them sing? And Trevor Nunn goes, no. Put some music on and let them just skate around. That was me doing this. Because I got the Grinch smile, you know?
That's you going.
Yeah, because as he said it, I went, oh. So as soon as they played the music, you know, I'm back in.
And you nailed it with this.
I'm back in Boston, around the Christian Science building, just going.
See?
Jump, spin.
A young girl from Toledo, Ohio, has a dream. She follows it. She learns to dance and sing, and of course roller skate. And the rest is history. We'll be back with Reva Rice on Talktails right after this.
This is David Ivey from Pub Crawl. It's funny because David from. You should just leave it on. Hi, I'm David Ivey from Pub Crawl, and you're watching the Vegas Video Network. And scene.
We're back with Reva Rice from Vegas the Show, telling us her Broadway stories and her dreams coming true. Welcome back, Reva Rice.
Good to be here.
Boy, I skated, down the block, I think, but I didn't catch the skating bug, you know. You come from sports and you're very athletic, right?
Yeah, we grew up my mother was very, very athletic. My mother was going to the gym back in Toledo, Ohio, when women people didn't go to the gym.
They just ate.
Yeah, so she was very much into, you don't sit there and eat 5 pieces of bacon. You might have 2. Now you go outside and do some exercising or something.
That's
you know.
good.
She wanted us to stay healthy, and she was a little ahead of her time. So, yeah, and always kept us busy because she didn't want us to get, sidetracked with things that wouldn't be the best for us as we got older.
And she supported your dreams and the things that you dreamt about doing. Did you always want to be a performer?
I did, but in my family, they're all educators and lawyers and doctors and teachers and things like that, they said, that's lovely that you want to dance, but you're going to go to law school.
Ooh.
And I said, oh, I don't want to go to law school. So then I applied to Boston Conservatory. After the first year, got a full scholarship after that.
Wow.
So as long as you can get a degree and things like that, the family was okay. But if I had just said, listen, I'm going to New York, I would have said, oh, no, you're not.
No, that's a hobby.
Yeah, exactly.
But you kind of compromised and did what they wanted, and then you did your own thing. And you've been in, like we talked about, Chicago. Well, we were talking about Starlight Express and Andrew Lloyd Weber. Didn't he write a song, add a song to the show?
He did. He sat down. Right? It's so, because when I think about these things, which, sometimes you take for granted, I remember him just sitting down at a piano, and he says, so Reva, what do you think about this? Some song he played. Well, it's in Phantom right now. What's the song? The
duet between the two
that's
people?
In Phantom right now.
We'll get back to you on that, too, as well on Talktails, with the facts we don't know in the moment.
Yeah.
Keep going.
So, then he played this other song. Do-do-do-do-do, and that was Make Up My Heart. So he wrote that.
Really?
Literally, he says, I had your voice in mind. And
isn't that incredible, live audience? Isn't that awesome? That doesn't happen to everybody, Reva.
I'm pretty on. I'm pretty... Bam.
And if you hadn't broken the rules with that equity card that belonged to a friend, you might not be here today doing all of this stuff and having all that success.
Well, Vinnie Lift told me, he says, you find your loopholes and you jump through them.
That's the truth. And you said something about showing up. You just got to show up.
I tell you. But let me tell you one other little thing that's kind of touching.
Oh, I love this.
That was my first Broadway show. The character's name is Pearl. Mm-hmm. My mother's name is Pearl. My grandmother's name is Pearl. And my mother was diagnosed with cancer 2 years before I got on Broadway. So she was able to see me do my Broadway thing and yada, yada, yada. And so I just wanted to throw that out there, too. But it's just kind of the energies and how it put me, it made my career go. I mean, I don't know what I'd probably be serving.
Yeah, you're passionate
or something.
And you love what you do, and we can't serve food. Not because there's anything wrong with it, but because it's a gift. It's a talent. And it also involves math. Oh. But anyway, but we're going to have you sing a little bit, but we should talk really quickly about Vegas, the show, where it is, and what kind of show it is.
It's at the Saks Theater at Planet Hollywood, Miracle Mile Shops. We play every night from 7 to 9, and it takes you back to old Vegas. This gives homage to old Vegas, from the Rat Pack to Gladys Knight and the Pips used to sing in the lounges back here in Vegas.
They were like mini showrooms.
Yeah, yeah. And then it gives you some updated people, i.e. Elton John and Rocket Man. But one of the wonderful things about our show is that there's an 11-piece orchestra. And it's all live.
Heaven.
We have 16 singers and dancers. And the audience is just loving it. And at the end, there's a movie little montage of all the hotels that were brought down over the years. And literally, people come out of the theater and they're just moved and they're touched and they're, and I said, it's very rare that you go to a show in Vegas unless it's like a Clint Holmes or something like that show where you're really touched on a humanistic level, you know what I mean? As opposed to just, that was cute.
And you're educating the younger people that might not know about it. Please start the song, because if I miss out on Reva singing, I'll just die.
Okay. Yeah. You ready? I'm ready. Okay. Come on, babe, why don't we paint the town? Flossy hands. And all that jazz, I'm gonna rouge my knees and roll my stockings down. Flossy hands. And all that jazz. Start the car. Start the car. I know a whoopee spot where the gin is cold, but the piano's hot. It's just a noisy hall where there's a nightly brawl and all. Dramatic. Look. That. Jazz hands. Jazz.
Thank you. Keep singing, baby.
And wear your buckled shoes. and all that jazz. I hear that Father Dick is gonna blow the blues. Yes, yes, and all that jazz. Feel it. Start the car. I did this verse already, but you look really good doing the fussy moves. It's just a lovely hall where there's a nightly brawl and all that. Yes, jazz.